Welcome to the Flow Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording. It is 3:18 p.m. that is Central Time, and today is May 1st. Now, of course, it being May 1st, we have holidays in China and for Labor Day, so not much to report on that side. But we've just had Amazon's earnings. Predictably, they were pretty good in the first quarter, but their guidance for the second quarter is a bit below par or below expectations. So the stock is down in after hours trading. Now, we're not going to have Apple's earnings for another hour. I think, though, when we think about what we can expect, well, I think it's that demand in China is probably not going to be as good as expected because the economy is slowing down and Chinese consumers tend to be rather nationalistic. So, with fewer of Apple's phones being manufactured in China, then demand in China is also probably going to decline. Then there's obviously the additional point that Apple doesn't have a new product, so they're not going to be bringing out a new phone until probably September ahead of the holiday period, and that is without something new to sell. That's probably also going to impact. On the plus side, we are in the replacement cycle, which happens every 3 years. So the big question then is whether we're going to see that replacement cycle support the share. But I think there's the other important point that we had the big rebound today following the earnings from Microsoft and from Meta yesterday. And it took the NASDAQ 100 all the way up to test that 20,000 level. Then, in response to a stronger environment on the stock market, gold prices were a bit lower in here today, coming back down to test the $3,200 level. This is now a $300 decline from the initial test of the 3,500 level. Then oil prices have not rebounded. When we look at what's going on in the geopolitical context, well, the agreement between the USA and Ukraine has now been signed, and that is going to ensure that the USA has a durable footprint in Ukraine, that there will be US companies that will partake in developing resources. And one of the, I think, important developments as a result of that agreement is that any country that has aided Russia in its war effort will not be allowed to benefit from the rebuilding of Ukraine, which of course is aimed at China and its steel exports. So there's plenty to think about as we look at the market in